I'm going to do a quick walkthrough of making a piece of art in Procreate that looks like layered paper. So I've picked the canvas size that I want to use in the app, and then I'm going to start adding layers. I have some additional textures that I've purchased for Procreate, but here I'm just going to use the round brush that comes with the app. For every color that I'm going to use, I want to make sure that I add a new layer, and you can do this with as many layers as you want to create the design. But for this walkthrough, I'm only going to do a few of them. I'm working on a desert scene for this, so we're going to do a cactus, and I'm only going to do a few layers on the cactus. What I found is the more that I add, the more I can create the shadow effect that I want here in the next few steps. So I'm going to add a couple of layers to my cactus to make it look more detailed, and then after I do that, I'm going to move those layers back underneath my first two so that it looks more recessed. Here I am adding some lighter colors so that I can give the implication of light better on this piece. The reason that I've added so many layers here is because when I complete the next couple of steps, this is really going to give me a shadowed look that makes it appear more three-dimensional. After I finish my design, I go through each layer and I make a duplicate. This is an important step in this process. Then I select the color, black, and I move layer by layer, selecting an alpha layer, and then I fill that layer with black. But I want to make sure that I deselect the alpha layer when I am finished with it. This is a very important step. After you do this to each layer, you are going to select the Gaussian blur tool on each black duplicate layer, and you are going to increase the blur between 10 to 15% on each layer. This is going to give me a really nice shaded look. I can then go through and select which duplicate layer I want to move to demonstrate light in my piece of digital art. When I have the shadows the way that I want them, I am going to consider the piece to be finished. And that is a quick walkthrough and a quick tutorial on how to create a piece of art in Procreate that looks three-dimensional or looks like layered paper.